It's not real beef. It's manufactured. There's no substance. It's an impossible patty. It's late. My wife and daughter are both asleep in bed, but I haven't been able to stop thinking since I saw it earlier today, why on earth would TDE drop a new Vaughn video the day before the Super Bowl when Kendrick is going to be performing? I have to imagine it's partly a celebration of West Coast culture, which I'm sure is what the Super Bowl is going to be, but also the name, Impossible Patty, not real beef, makes me think this is another response to Joey Badass. And that's how I first heard of Vaughn, was his response, Crash Out Heritage, to Joey Badass. And I thought that might have been the best response to the Ruler's Back. So let's jump in to this new Vaughn, Impossible Patty.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Good Burger, cult classic, 90s film.
Double burger with cheese. That fucking Impossible Patty shit, man.
That's that Alicia Keys sample.
I'm out here looking for hell to raise. Fuck about your story, my young niggas a terror page. Kardashian road trip, they come through with hella K's. All we ever wanted in his life was like everything. Ain't ducking the smoke, but we gon' turn them to Mary Jane. Pull up they resumes, dumb work. Started pushing Eddie and Eddie Kane. And I might blow the roof off this bitch for them petty games. DJ Khaled hooks, all you niggas could share the pain. Feels like they dropping Jordans that nobody buy mid. Irony out through the tracks, they running out of ideas. Throwing jabs, and though the chain hang low, you're not jibs. Man, my stomach touch my motherfucking ribs, but my Mac don't touch my motherfucking cornbread. I'm off the wall, daddy long legs. Even though my daddy was a conehead, I learned how to cook up soul food to keep my soul fed. Cause in the dark, my aura glow red like an old shed. Served sandwiches before allowing shit. I balanced it with a beam and found out about balances. From trap house to palaces, I hustle every day that's on the calendar. Staying out of Dodge, but I'm cruising through the Challengers. You know a nigga like me, I love
Snoop
the
Youth
game.
Football
I love
League.
the hustle.
Wonder if that's where Vaughn came from. Let's go back. Let's break down some of the bars in this first verse. I love Vaughn's voice. He reminds me a little bit of DJ Quick and AMG from like early 90s. I love the way he cuts through the beat. I also love, I don't know what kind of car this is, maybe a Dodge Challenger, since he mentions Dodge Challengers later. But I love that the West Coast is really leaning into this car culture. That's why West Coast music sounds the way it sounds. New York hip-hop was grittier, grimier, not mixed the way that West Coast music is. The bass doesn't hit in the same way because they're listening to it on headphones, on the subways, on the trains. Nobody there drives cars. They didn't need to mix it for cars. That didn't happen until Dr. Dre, The Chronic, playing off of lowrider culture, Mexican lowrider culture, and the big stereo systems, the heavy bass, playing it in the car. So I'm glad they're leaning into this car culture. Let's check out these bars.
And now take
First off, this Alicia Keys sample, "You Don't Know My Name," that's set in a diner, which I find really interesting. I don't think Vaughn did that on purpose, but I do find it interesting from a East Coast hip hop perspective, while jabbing back at Joey Badass, but also that the video was shot in a diner with Mos Def, one of the best New York MCs to ever do it, period. And also, I don't know where that sample is from. I can't remember the name of the group, but I do know it was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s dad, Cuba Gooding Sr., who was the singer in that group.
That fucking Impossible Patty shit, man.
Yeah. Vaughn. I'm out here looking for hell to raise. Fuck about your story, my young niggas a terror page. Kardashian road trip, they come through with hella K's.
Kardashian road trip, they come through with hella K's. The Kardashians, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kylie, Kendall. Is that all of them? I'm not even sure, but they're all K's. But also K's as in money, thousands, 100K is 100,000, but also as in kilos of coke or whatever else. All sorts of layers.
In his life was like everything. Ain't ducking the smoke, but we gon' turn him to Mary Jane.
Ducking the smoke, Mary Jane.
Dumb work, started pushing Ed, and Eddie Kane. And I might blow the roof off this bitch.
Ed, and Eddie Kane. Ed, and Eddie was a Nickelodeon, I think Nickelodeon cartoon. But Eddie Kane might have been a Keenan Ivory Wayans film. A character in the Five Heartbeats. It was kind of an amalgamation of, you know, black soul groups from like the Motown era. Fictional story, but I believe one of the singers who dies, name was Eddie Kane. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think so. And he says Eddie Kane as in cocaine.
Them petty games, DJ Khaled hooks, all you niggas could share the pain. Feels like they dropping joints
I'm
that
sure
nobody...
that's something DJ Khaled hooks, share the pain. Maybe he's talking about T-Pain doing a bunch of DJ Khaled hooks, but I don't know enough about DJ Khaled to know if that's a different reference.
Feels like they dropping joints that nobody buy mid. Irony out through the tracks, they running out of ideas. Throwing jabs and though the chain hang low, you're not jibs. Man, my stomach touch my motherfucker.
Throwing jabs and though the chain hang low, you're not jibs. Jibs from late 90s, I think, St. Louis rapper. Do your chain hang low? Do it wobble, da da da. You know that song.
Throwing jabs and though the chain hang low, you're not jibs. Man, my stomach touch my motherfucking ribs, but my Mac don't touch my motherfucking cornbread.
My stomach touch my motherfucking ribs, but my Mac don't touch my motherfucking cornbread. So my stomach touch my ribs. I'm hungry for this, but my Mac don't touch my cornbread. My mac and cheese, but also my Mac, like my gun, don't touch my cornbread like my money. I keep my money and my gun separate.
I'm off the wall, daddy long legs. Even though my daddy was a conehead, I learned how to cook up soul food to keep my soul fed. Cause it's in the dark, my aura glow red like an old shed.
In the dark, my aura glow red like an old shed. Glow red like a red light for growing marijuana in an old shed.
Cause in the dark, my aura glow red like an old shed. Served sandwiches before allowance shit. I balanced it with a beam and found out about balances. Some trap house to palaces.
Served sandwiches before allowances, paying homage to Kendrick from Humble. Syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. And also back to that, my stomach touched my ribs. We was hungry eating syrup sandwiches. I balanced it. Syrup sandwiches, I balanced it with a beam, talking about weighing out the drugs, but also learned about balances from trap houses to palaces, learned about balances as in the finances, the books, learned about those balances from trap houses all the way to palaces, like he's moving up.
I hustle every day that's on the calendar, staying out of Dodge, but I'm cruising
Staying
through
out
the
of Dodge,
challenges.
cruising through the challenges,
You know, a nigga like
Dodge
me, I
challenge,
love the game. I love
cruising through the challenges, but also cruising through the challengers, the people who are challenging for that top spot.
Hustle. But these niggas cooking Beyond Burgers. Impossible patties.
Beyond Burgers and Impossible Patties. It's not real beef.
No bitch, I'm Baby Yoda with the baking soda.
He's a
Still
Jedi
popping
with
that
it.
hot shit that niggas hate us over. Guess they just doing what they do to try to make the quota. Get it off my chest when it's heavy, bitch, the wait is over. See, I make music for the real niggas, music for the drug dealers. Must be in a food fight. All they do is sub niggas. Took a while, but a
this whole
nigga
food
finally right
scheme.
here. So as I'm scaling up, I'm peeping all they crocodile tears. But all they Toy Stories and all they Bo Peeps. I'm black fabric, I hold heat. I'm black magic, you can't see. See, I looked up to all the ballers. I crashed out on Grove Street. Treat me like a scrappy doing with the hands I whoop feet. See, I never played tennis, but I'm good on that internet. Rappers turn actors, got the nerve of being indirect. I don't get it yet, just know they bad for business.
That's
Based
a
on all
Joey.
they past decisions. Spin a band and make them twitch like DJ Academics. Might die legend from this verse, can't piece it up, they ain't how it work. And I still
This
push
is
like
recent.
giving birth. Just know this body was for the turf. I'm full-fledged, I stay alert. I'm from the beach where they don't surf. I'm a YN and I'm too turnt to let these niggas fire first.
Let's go back and look at that verse 2. There's a lot in here.
I'm Baby Yoda with the baking soda.
Jedi.
Still popping that hot shit that niggas hate us over. Guess they just doing what they do to try to make the quota. Get it?
That they hate us over. He's talking about the West Coast, the constant hate of the West Coast from the East Coast, pretty much everywhere else for some reason. DJ Head is always talking about it on The Bigger Picture, how people just don't like the West Coast.
Off my chest when it's heavy, bitch. Little bitch, I'm Baby Yoda with the baking soda. Still popping that hot shit that niggas hate us over. Guess they just doing what they do to try to make the quota.
Just doing what they do to try to make the quota. They're just doing just enough. They're not going above and beyond. There's no substance. It's all surface level. It's not real beef. It's an impossible patty.
Get it off my chest when it's heavy, bitch, the wait is over.
Get it off my chest when it's heavy, bitch, the wait is over. He's got heavy things on him, on his chest. He's getting it off, but also get it off his chest like a bench press. Bitch, the wait is over. W-A-I-T, wait, as in you're waiting, but also W-E-I-G-H-T, wait, as in bench pressing weights.
See, I make music for the real niggas, music for the drug dealers. Must be in a food fight. All they do
Food
is sub
fight,
niggas.
sub,
Took a while,
sandwiches.
but a nigga finally right here. So
And Joey and the East Coast sub dissing, just little subs at Kendrick. They're never naming the West Coast.
I'm scaling up, I'm peeping all they crocodile tears. But all they
Scaling up, peeping all their crocodile tears, seeing their tears, scaling up, as in I'm scaling up, I'm going to the next level, but also in scales, as in scales on a crocodile, and scales, as in the scale that you're balancing, the beam, the weighing the drugs.
Toy Stories and all they Bo Peeps.
With all the Toy Stories and they Bo Peeps. Toy Stories as in fake stories, but also Toy Story, the movie with Bo Peep, the character. I think that's Toy Story 3 or 4. I have a 2.5-year-old, so I've seen it recently. And Bo Peep has all the sheep following her, saying, you've just got a bunch of people following you who don't really care. They're just following because it's what they're supposed to do. Woof.
Black fabric, I hold heat. I'm
Black
black
fabric,
magic,
I hold heat. Hold heat as in the gun. We gotta go back.
All they crocodile tears, but all they Toy Stories and all they Bo Peeps. I'm black fabric, I hold heat. I'm black magic, you can't see. See, I looked up to all the ballers. I crashed out on Grove Street. Treat me like a
Ballers on Grove Street. I think that's Grand Theft Auto. I think Grove Street is a real place, but Ballas and Grove Street are two gangs in Grand Theft Auto. And back to the car theme. So there's food, there's car themes happening. Treat me like I'm Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo was Scooby Doo's little cousin. It was always trying to fight. Put your dukes up, I think is what he always said. Man, every bar.
See, I looked up to all the ballers. I crashed out on Grove Street. Treat me like a Scrappy Doo, and with the hands I whoop feet. See, I never played tennis, but I'm good on that internet. Rappers turn actors, got the nerve of being indirect.
Never played tennis, but I'm good on the internet. Tennis and the net. I'm good on the internet. Rappers turned actors, got the nerve of being indirect. Joey Badass went from rapping back in the mid 2000s, early 2010s, something like that, to becoming an actor. And he sort of left hip hop behind until he returned trying to claim some throne. Got the nerve of being indirect. He's just shooting subs. He's not saying anybody's name.
I don't get it yet, just know they bad for business. Based on all they past decisions. Spin a band to make them twitch like DJ Academics. Might die.
That's wild. Spend a band to make them twitch like DJ Academics. Spend a band. So spend all this money to make them twitch like DJ Academics. But DJ Academics was just recently banned from Twitch for making comments to a 15-year-old boy, grooming him. Spend a band to make them twitch like DJ Academics. Man.
Legend from this verse, can't piece it up, they ain't how it work, and I still push like giving birth. Just know this body was for the turf. I'm full-fledged, I stay alert. I'm from the beach where they don't surf. I'm a YN and I'm
full-fledged, I stay alert. I'm from the beach where they don't surf. He's full-fledged. He's not half actor, half rapper. He's fully in this. He's from the beach where they don't surf, Long Beach in California.
Too turf to let these niggas fire first.
Ray is on one.
Y'all niggas went in that motherfucking kitchen and brewed up some impossible patties for the young niggas, man. I ain't got time for it. Somebody tip the motherfucker bar to the gut.
Don't forget to tip the bartender, my nigga.
Don't forget to tip the bartender. Oh my God. Ray Vaughn is something else. I really loved Crash Out Heritage, but he keeps coming back with good songs. This is something we saw Kendrick do with Not Like Us. We saw it with GNX. There's a whole lot aimed at Drake and in general the side of the industry that Kendrick doesn't like, that isn't hip hop, but they're also good songs. That's what Ray is doing here. He's making good songs that also are speaking to what Joey Badass is trying to do, and to everyone who's an impossible patty. It's not real beef. It's not real substance. There's nothing really there. I really like what Ray Vaughn is doing. I need to go back and listen to some old Ray Vaughn, and I can't wait to hear new Ray Vaughn. And also, Super Bowl coming up. Can't wait to see that halftime show. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm out.